going to bring in our pal, Vivek Ramaswamy, Strive Asset Management Executive Chairman and author of the brand new book, hot off the presses, called Nation of Victims. And this is going to be a very interesting point. But let's just jump in. ESG, your fund, you're fighting ESG, which is the Lord's work. But you're picking on Chevron. And I spoke to some senior Chevron executives, and they're on your team because they are producing and they are investing, and they don't believe in net zero carbon emissions. And by the way, they put the real blame on BP and Shell. I love that, which I think is fair, because those guys are advertising green and renewables like they're not in the oil business anymore. Of course they are, BP and Shell. But anyway, tell us about the ESG and your Chevron experience.
Yeah, sure. So as you know, Larry, Strive is competing directly with BlackRock, where the message we're bringing to corporate America's boardrooms is to focus exclusively on making great products and services for profit and maximize value for shareholders rather than any other social agenda. And so we started with the U.S. energy sector, which I think is the sector that's been most damaged by these ESG demands. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I find really interesting is that many of these constraints have been imposed on them by outside shareholders. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't call it so much, I would say, I wasn't castigating Chevron. I said in the letter, the goal is to liberate them from ESG constraints imposed on them by other shareholders. One example is a Scope 3 emissions cap proposal that they recommended against in 2021. But guess what? BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard all voted in favor of it, carried majority support, and then guess what? Chevron starts saying things for the first time ever over the course of the last year. Support for the Paris Climate Accord agreement that the U.S. did not ratify. I said it's not Chevron's job to ratify it instead. Supporting a carbon tax. You know what? A lot of these, I think, were responses indirectly to shareholder pressure. What I want to do is bring a different shareholder voice to the table that says, focus on your business, not these other
pressure on the other side. No, I understand that. And by the way, they understand it too. By the way, just quickly, this ESG stuff, which subordinates shareholder return to all these woke social policies, is illegal under the current ERISA laws, okay? I've had a lengthy discussion with a brilliant tax person in Washington, D.C. This is illegal. This idea of stakeholders subordinating shareholders is actually illegal if somebody would enforce the darn law.
Absolutely. So I believe it is illegal both under ERISA, which is a federal set of rules and statutes, but also under state fiduciary law as well. So this is at two levels. Is this illegal? Good. At the end of the day, though, a great solution, market competition. That's what I'm bringing to the table.
There you go. No, it's a noble cause, believe me. Let's go to your book, okay? In the New York Post, this is an op-ed taken from the book, too much free government aid is fueling depressing pro-lazy America. And earlier in the show, and I've said this a lot, I mean, I think we have got to restore workfare and work requirements and so forth. And we have to make it pay after tax to work and produce. Judy Shelton was making the same point, so was Steve Moore. So, pro-lazy America. Tell us more about the book.
Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, have we created the economic incentive structure for people not to work? Of course we have. But other economic commentators have made that observation. I want to go deeper in this book because I think this is a cultural point. So my last book, Woke Inc., talked about how corporate America was pushing these one-sided political agendas. But at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. It's not just companies doing it top-down. There's a bottom-up cultural problem in the country as well. That's what I tackle in this book. So this one's Nation of Victims. That's the sequel. And one of the things I say is that, you know what? Victimhood fits laziness like a glove. And what do I mean by that? You look at the leaders of this anti-work movement, people like Doreen Ford, who last year claimed that it's not just about them being lazy. It's not just they don't want to work. It's that this is about dismantling the oppression of capitalism, the colonialism of capitalism.
Right.
And so when you give sloth, which is just basic human sloth, a vice, when you give it moral legitimacy, even moral sanctimony, that is actually what gives it staying power. So it's beyond just the incentives. It's about the culture.
By the way, politically, it's so interesting. Bernie Sanders has made this case. My friend, this surprised me, disappointed me. Robert Reich, I know he's on man of the left, but he's usually sent. But he wrote this thing when Biden got elected. How we got to help people, let them pursue their nature walks and art and baseball and whatever it is. Where's this coming from? Because the basic American value was we work hard. Raise our families, climb the ladder of opportunity, okay? You may be the maintenance guy in the building, and then you own the building, and then you own a second building.
Amen.
But you're working 18 hours a day, and the entrepreneurial. Where's this cultural breakdown on work coming from?
It comes from this culture of incumbency. We began as a nation of insurgents. When you become a nation of incumbents, that's when the victimhood culture begins.
What's that? Tell me about incumbency.
Yeah, so look, we achieve success. Right now, for example, we're in the largest intergenerational wealth transfer in human history, from baby boomers to millennials and Gen Z.
Right.
When you're on the receiving end of that, that creates a psychological need to justify that. So you see yourself and describe yourself as a victim. So there's a lot of causes. That's why it takes a whole book to write. But I will say this is an uncomfortable point for conservatives and for Republicans, and I think it's worth making. Last year, or a couple years ago, right, when you had the COVID stimulus package, the first one of these, I will not sign the bill unless it's $2,000, unless it's $1,600. It was Kamala Harris. It was Bernie Sanders.
I know.
It was also Donald Trump.
I know.
It was also Josh Hawley. So this is a transpartisan issue.
Steve Mnuchin and I tried to reel that back, but we were not.
But I'm not. My job isn't to protect Republicans. I want to call it all out in this book, and that's why I wrote it.
Vivek Ramaswamy, what's the name of the book? Put the book out here. Put it up full screen, show the book. I sell a lot of books here. Nation of Victims.
You. Nation of Victims, Identity Politics,
the
Death of Merit.
One click on something, you'll go to the bestsellers. You're terrific. Thank you very much. All right.